Chris here, and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my TBR for the Reindeer Readathon. So this is a month-long readathon hosted by Erik from Break Even Books. I'll link his channel in the announcement video below. And it is my first year taking part. I've seen this readathon before, and I've always had so many other readathons going on that I didn't feel that I could commit to this one. But this year, this was one of the first ones I saw. The prompts looked fun, so I signed up. I am on Team Stocking, and I am quite looking forward to participating and seeing how many points I can rack up in the month of December. So, the first prompt is for Dasher, and for this, you need to finish a series or read a book that you are already in the middle of that you had set down, or like a short book or novella, and I chose to finish a series, and for this, I'm going to read The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the last book in the Inheritance Games trilogy. It follows, I want to say, like 17-year-old Avery, who ends up finding out in the first book that a billionaire has died and left his entire fortune to her while cutting out his entire family. She's never met the man before, and she's trying to figure out why the stranger would leave his fortune to her. I've really, really loved the first two books. The third book is a 5-star prediction, so I'm hoping I love this as well. The next prompt is for Dancer, and for this you need to read a book whose cover has cursive, flowy, or elegant font on it. So for this, I'm going to read The Christmas Letter by Katie Daly. I think that the cover has some elegant font on it. It says that this is a cozy mystery series featuring family who are friends and friends who are family. Set in the small town of White Eagle, Montana, the series features Tess and her dog Tilly, who spend their days delivering the latest gossip along with the Daily Mail. When a close friend is murdered, they join forces with the new vet in town to sleuth out the truth behind the shocking murder that is rocking the community as it prepares for its annual Christmas festival. I am always down to read a new cozy mystery, and I'm really excited that this is Christmas themed given that we're in December and I'm looking for Christmassy books. So really hoping I enjoy this and I find a new series. The next prompt is for Prancer, and for this you need to read a book that is set in your favorite season or whose cover incorporates colors from your favorite season, and my favorite season is fall, so I will be reading Bramblestar Storm by Erin Hunter. This has oranges and yellows, which make me think of fall leaves. This is a super edition in the Warriors series, and if you're new to my channel, Warriors is a series that follows forest cats who live in clans and have to try to coexist. I'm getting very close to being completely caught up with the series, which, given that there's like close to 100 books between the arcs and the novellas and the super editions and the mangas and the graphic novels, is absolutely crazy to me, and this is one of the ones I need to read. I am very excited to read this and see where in time this takes place and to spend some more time with Bramblestar, as the super editions focus on one specific cat for one period of time. They're kind of like mini little standalones within the universe, so very excited to be picking this up and making more progress on my Warrior series. Next is Vixen, and for this you need to read a book that you want to read, but you're worried may be overhyped, and for this I'm going to be reading Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. So I know that a bunch of the booktubers I followed just finished doing like a Hob-along where they read every book in Robin Hobb's insane universe of books, because she has like a bunch of little like trilogies that are all part of the same universe and tell the same story, and this is the first book in this. I've heard a lot of really good things about some of them, and I've heard that some of them aren't the best, but overall the series is really enjoyable to a lot of the people I've seen. But I also know that, for instance, Mistborn is really, really popular, and I hated Mistborn, so I think this kind of fits the I'm worried it may be overhyped because it might just not be a book for me. But I'm willing to give it a try. I'm excited to be picking up a new series. Next is for Comet, and you need to read a book that has an astronomical word in the title, and for this I'm going to read Red Moon Rising by Erin Hunter. This is the fourth book in the second arc of 6 in the Survivors series, and Survivors follows a lone dog named Lucky who survives a big growl, but it kind of messes up the neighborhood he lives in and the city, the surrounding area that he lives in. I believe a big growl is like a giant earthquake. And it leads to him and other lone dogs and leash dogs, who are dogs who had humans, like were owned by humans, and wild dogs having to try to figure out and navigate this world post this big growl. I recently finished the first arc of 6 and really enjoyed it. I'm hoping to get through the second arc in December. And since this had the word moon in it, which is an astronomical word, I figured I should put this on there, and that will definitely mean I get through the first 4 books in this arc for December, which would mean I would only have 2 left, which is not bad considering just how many books I've had to get through. So really hoping I enjoyed the second arc as much as I ended up enjoying the first. Then we've got Cupid, and this is to read a book with your favorite trope in it, and I'm going to be reading Hang the Moon by Alexandria Bellafleur. This is the second book in this series, and I believe it has both a bit of fake dating and friends to lovers, which are both tropes I like in my romance. I'm hoping I enjoy it as much as I did the first, and like I said, fake dating and friends to lovers are 2 of my favorite tropes when I'm reading romance books, so I think that fits the bill. Next is Donner, and for this you need to pick a book you want to read, but whose cover you're not a fan of. And for this I'm going to be reading Raven Rise by DJ McHale. This is the 9th book in the Pendragon series. I do not like this cover at all. It does nothing for me. But I've really enjoyed the Pendragon series, and any excuse to continue on because I'm this close to being caught up, because there's 10 books in the series. This would be book number 9, which would just leave me with 10, and then there's like 3 like companion novels that I need to read, and I would really, really love to finally get to them, considering one of my 2021 goals was to read the entire Pendragon series, and I'm still working on it in 2022. So was very excited when I saw this prompt because, well, I really don't like this cover. The next prompt is for Blitzen, and for this you need to use a random number generator with the numbers 0 through 9 to determine what page number your book needs to end in. And I ended up randomly generating 6, so my book needs to have a page number that ends in 6. So I will be reading The Exile's Journey, which is the 5th book in the Survivors series, and it ends on page 296. So this comes after Red Moon Rising. I'm determined to get through the first arc, and like I said, I figure if I put some of these books on my readathon TBRs, it will make me more likely to get through them. So very excited to be able to include 2 of the Survivors books on this TBR. And then the last of the reindeer prompts is, of course, Rudolph, and for this you need to start a new series, and I will be reading Apple Cider Slaying by Julie Ann Lindsay. This is a cozy mystery, and we're in Blossom Valley, West Virginia, and it's home to Smith Orchard's Winnie and her granny's beloved 25-acre farm and family business. But any way you slice it, it's struggling. That's why they're trying to drum up business with the first annual Christmas at the Orchard, a good old-fashioned holiday festival with enough delicious draw to satisfy apple-picking locals and cider-loving tourists alike, until the whole endeavor takes a sour turn when the body of Nadine Cooper, Granny's longtime grudge-holding nemesis, is found lodged in the apple press. Now, with Granny, the number 1 suspect, Winnie is hard-pressed to prove her innocence before the real killer delivers another murder. So I'm very excited to be reading this. This is the Cozy Hollow book club pick, and I'm excited to have a cozy mystery that is set at Christmas time on my TBR, and it is the start of a new series, so it was perfect for this prompt. There are a few other prompts that are available for us to do, and the first 3 are ones where you have to read in conjunction with one of the reindeer prompts. Now, you can't double up on the reindeer prompts. I forgot to mention that. But these 3, you have to double up. It has to fit a book that is already on your TBR for the reindeer prompts. So the first is Christmas Star, and you need to read a book over 500 pages. And I'm going to use Raven Rise for that because it clocks in at 544 pages, so easily over the 500-page mark. Then for Christmas Lights, you need to read an ebook, and for this, I'm going to read The Christmas Letter by Katie Daly. I believe it's on Kindle Unlimited, so that's how I'm going to be reading it anyways, so it seemed like a no-brainer to use this for that one. And then you need to do Christmas Carols, which is to listen to an audiobook, and I will be listening to Bramble Starstorm. I do own them, but I absolutely adore the audiobooks, so I've listened to basically every single book in this series that I could get on audiobook as an audiobook. Like, if an audiobook is an option and I have access to it through like my library and stuff, then I absolutely 100% have listened to the audiobook, so there will be no way I'm not listening to the audiobook of this. There is one final prompt. If you have completed all of your reindeer prompts and all of your bonus prompts by completing your reindeer prompts, you can complete the Slaying It prompt, which means you get a bonus prompt, you complete one of the previous prompts and get bonus points. And for this, I've decided to read Fire in the Star by Camilla Benko. Star is an astronomical word, so I could use it for that prompt. Or it ends in the number 6, as it is 366 pages, so I've got that covered as well. I believe it also might be the last book in a series, though I'm not 100% positive, so it kind of sort of fits that. So there's lots of prompts I could use, but basically you just have to redo one of the prompts, and it definitely covers that. And this is a series that follows two sisters who end up climbing a ladder in their fireplace, I believe, going like up the chimney, and end up in another land and have to figure things out in this other land. And I remember really enjoying the first 2 books and the bond between the sisters, so I'm hoping I enjoy this one as well. So this is most of my TBR for the Reindeer Readathon. I am very excited to be taking part, and I'm very excited to read all of these books. If you are participating, I'd love to know what team you're on and what you're hoping to read. Let me know in the comments section below. All of my social media is listed in the description below. If you've made it this far in the video, leave me reindeer emojis. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye!